You are watching KVU 25 News Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Amaya Norman.
And I'm Trenton Whiting.
The Victoria Commissioner Court will hold its regular meeting on Monday, the 24th at 10 a.m. at 115 North Bridge Street, room 241. On the agenda, they will discuss community center expansion, the transfer of the University of Houston Victoria to Texas A&M, the Victoria Regional Airport taxiway, Charlie relocation, and more. The Goliad County Commissioner also meets tomorrow at 5 p.m. in the Goliad County Courthouse. They will discuss a big topic in the area surrounding the Fannin Monument.
And the commissioners may take action on whether they'll commit to the $1 million sale to the Texas Historical Commission. The court will also decide on whether or not they'll set a burn ban notice. The coast of Shamrock Island has a new addition to fight coastal erosion. It's called Cajun coral. Developed in Louisiana by the company Natrix, the Cajun coral is deployed in the coast and helps prevent beach erosion and preserve marine life and birds. Shamrock Island is the first location that received treatment here in Texas. Natrix says the installation will retain over 2,000 cubic yards of sand and create over 5,000 cubic feet of habitat for crabs, fish, and other marine species.
Now let's go to Jacob with the first look at our forecast. Now, Jacob, well, and Trenton, I heard that it's going to have some rain coming this week. So tell us more about what our week will be looking like.
Yes, we're definitely looking at rain, but right now we have some severe weather right along the hill country where they actually saw some tennis-sized hail. I mean, it was pretty big hail, and it's slowly moving down as that front begins to move here. And so there's a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings going on over here, and that's from that frontal system that's moving. But here's the hail. It's all that pink up there. That's just how high the thunderstorm is, and that's just producing all this hail down here. But what about us? Well, I'll have that coming up for us here coming in later of the show.
Thank you, Jacob. The City of Victoria is hosting 2 meetings to inform residents about the proposed venue tax on May 3rd ballot. The proposal raises the hotel occupancy tax from 7% to 9% and adds a 5% short-term rental car tax. The estimated $11 million in revenue from these taxes will help fund the $35 million Victoria Community Center renovation project. The meeting will be in a come-and-go format on March 31st at 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. and April 14th from 1 to 3 p.m. Both meetings will be held at the Victoria Community Center, 2905 E North Street.
And that'll lead us to our viewer poll for tonight, which is, will you attend one of these 2 meetings on the venue tax for the community center renovation? Yes, no, or you need a little bit more information like time, date, location, things of that nature. But looks like about 76% of people are saying no, they're not going to attend a meeting. But, you know, fortunately, the city has been giving a lot of information on their Facebook regarding this venue tax, but we definitely still want to hear from you. So please come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to participate in our viewer poll and keep your eye on some of these taxes and some of these things going on as we move forward.
Yes.
6 people were shot at a sports bar in southwest Houston overnight. Houston police said calls started coming in at around 3 a.m. for multiple people shot at Latina's sports bar. At the scene, officers found 3 victims that were taken to the hospital. 3 others showed up at different emergency rooms in private cars. 4 of those 6 victims were reported to be in critical condition and undergoing surgery. Police believe the shooting was a targeted but isolated incident.
3 individuals who had been shot were transported to a local hospital. Additionally, 3 other individuals were transported by private vehicle to hospitals. Currently, we have 4 individuals that are critical. They're in surgery at this time.
Surveillance videos has already been recovered and officers are now looking for a dark-colored sedan seen leaving the scene.
After spending a month battling double pneumonia, Pope Francis is being discharged from the hospital Sunday. The Pope made his first public appearance today at the hospital's balcony. Crowds in St. Peter's Square cheered and celebrated the Pope's recovery. The 88-year-old pontiff will still need rest and therapy, but the Vatican says his spirits are high. Doctors say he will continue to recover at Casa Santa Marta, which is his residence at the Vatican. Doctors say he will spend the next 2 months in convalescence before he can get his strength back and get back to work.
Now to the new details surrounding death of a actor, Gene Hackman, and his wife. Police releasing body camera video of the day they arrived at the couple's home in New Mexico.
This morning, new body camera video revealing workers for actor Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy overcome with emotion last month after the couple was found dead in their Santa Fe home.
He's just a normal person, you know, and I was to see that, both of them, bro. Sorry.
The video showing sheriff's deputies arriving on the property last month, along with witness interviews.
She was a sweetheart.
Officials later learning that Hackman died suffering from severe heart disease with Alzheimer's as a significant contributory factor. And Betsy died a week earlier of the hantavirus, a rare disease that can infect humans through infected rodents. One of their dogs, who was in a crate, likely died of dehydration and starvation. The video showing deputies getting the numbers for Hackman's daughters and calling their daughter Elizabeth here to determine who would adopt the two surviving dogs.
I knew Gene and Betsy, and they took their dog to Santa Fe Tails, and so I'm here to help, but I can't adopt the dogs.
Thank you, Joseph.
Workers trying to piece together how the unthinkable deaths could have happened.
I would communicate with her pretty much on a weekly basis. 2.5 weeks ago, that stopped.
As for inside footage, Hackman's estate wants to block the release, citing privacy. A judge will decide that later this month. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Texas lawmakers are pushing more than 100 bills to clamp down on crime, threatening to overcrowd the state's jails and prisons, whose populations have continued to grow after dipping significantly during the pandemic. To read this full Texas Tribune article, visit our website at crossroadstoday.com.
And for more on today's news stories, go ahead and come to crossroadstoday.com. Don't forget to submit your birthday wishes. Carolina Astrain and Parker Cox will read them live on 25 News Now Sunrise. You can also submit a local military hero so we can recognize them. Coming up, protests and town halls continue as federal workers and advocates speak out against the Trump administration's policies and mass layoffs.
And we have severe weather well north of us, but is that going to make it down here in the Crossroads? I'll have that coming up.
Protests against the Trump administration's policies and mass layoffs continue. Federal workers, union reps, and advocates gathered in Virginia Beach to protest and discuss the impact of the administration's policies. A town hall was held by advocacy groups, but Representative Jen Kiggins did not attend. Her office released a statement calling the event a fake town hall led by left-wing operatives spreading misinformation.
Now, protests erupts at Tesla dealership nationwide, targeting Elon Musk and his ties to politics.
All over the country today, protesters have been out at dealerships like the one you see behind me, sharing their viewpoints on where the rubber meets the road.
No one elected Musk. Dogs against Doge. Get your musky hands off my democracy. Hundreds of protesters expressing their words of frustration to the satisfaction of car honks.
I'm happy, I have hope, but what I want to see, is 1,000 of us here on the sidewalk. Next week, I want to see 1,000 of us.
This is Suzanne Johnson. Among other things, she's protesting immigration policies that has made her feel like an outsider, which is a new experience for her.
I myself was adopted at the age of 3 from South Korea, and so for the first time in 55 years, I'm having to carry my passport because of the culture war.
The coordinated protests across the country have set their targets on Tesla dealerships as a way to hurt Trump advisor Elon Musk. On X today, he posted, quote, "Just wanted to say thank you to everyone supporting Tesla in the face of relentless attacks." Musk referencing the vandalism to Tesla dealerships, including here and around 9 other dealerships nationwide. Both the FBI and ATF have said there is no evidence the attacks were coordinated, despite Musk's claims on Thursday. Today's protest on State Line Road was peaceful.
They want to divide us, but we're going to unite us.
And that's the strength behind this protest, according to Johnson, raising awareness and spreading their message of unity.
The biggest thing is that we matter, people matter, veterans matter, teachers matter, federal workers matter, warehouse workers matter, we all matter.
This is the 5th week of the Tesla takedown, and during that time, Tesla stock has fallen more than 80 points. Reporting from South Kansas City, Ryan Hennessy, KCTV 5.
A former U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia was found dead in Alexandria on Saturday morning. Police discovered 43-year-old Jessica Aber's body while responding to a report of an unresponsive woman. The cause and manner of death are under investigation by the medical examiner's office. Aber was appointed U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia by President Joe Biden in 2021, though she resigned the day President Trump was inaugurated. The current U.S. Attorney and Attorney General both expressed heartbreak over her tragic death.
And now for good news. Now gas prices are down. The national average of regular gasoline has dropped 2 cents in the past two weeks to $3.16 a gallon. That's a 9-cent decrease in the last month. However, as spring and summer demands rise, prices could climb again. Experts warn of possible dramatic hikes later this month as more expensive blends enter the market. The Midwest is already seeing price increase in wholesale gasoline.
The IRS is close to finalizing an agreement with Homeland Security to help locate migrants suspected of being in the U.S. illegally. The agreement would require ICE to share names and addresses of suspected undocumented individuals with the IRS, which would cross-reference the data. This would mark a major shift for the agency, as laws prohibit the improper disclosure of taxpayer information. Immigrant rights groups have filed a lawsuit to block the sharing of such information, citing concerns over increased deportations.
And President Trump says he plans to keep up a White House tradition of inviting championship sports team to the White House. The president said he looks forward to welcoming this year's Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, to the White House. And then he said he will host the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl winning team from 2020. That team was unable to visit the White House that spring because of the COVID-19 outbreak. The president says he wants to make it up to the Super Bowl 54 champs. Experience our digital streaming service Crossroads Today Plus. Stream our daily newscasts and much more using your connected TV. Just download Crossroads Today Plus on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Search Crossroads Today Plus.
Severe thunderstorms are well north of us, but they're starting to make its way down here. Are they going to impact our county? Well, I'll let you know coming up in a bit. Well, good evening, Crossroads. I hope you enjoyed the weather this weekend. The clouds are starting to roll in, however, and we're sitting at 73 degrees as that humidity is starting to rise up, and we're going to start seeing some showers start to pop up here as we go on through the week. But right now, there's a severe thunderstorm watch across the central part of south of Texas, and we've got severe thunderstorm warnings over here. They're just not illustrated right there, as a dry or weak frontal system is going to be making its way down here in the Crossroads. We're not going to see much of a temperature difference, but there's some severe weather going on right here. Isolated thunderstorms with some hail potential in them, so definitely going to keep an eye out for those as that low pressure system begins to move eastward and that front is moving down here. Now the rain chances, well, we're starting to see a little dying off here as it starts to make its way down here and we go through the night, but we may see a couple isolated showers as we go on through the morning commute, so do be careful if we're going out anytime in the morning because it hasn't rained in a while, so the roads will be slick if there is any rain on the roads, so please drive carefully, and those rain showers will eventually die out as we go in through the later morning time. But we are looking at another possibility of rain. This has a greater chance of rain here that we're going to see here Thursday and Friday. We're going to be seeing cloud cover over the majority of the week, but we're watching this upper level low off of the mountain start to move eastward, and that's just going to blow up and give us a decent chance of some rain across the entire state of Texas, especially here in South Texas, as it'll start moving here away from us here Friday afternoon time. So we're looking at a decent chance of rain because we desperately need it. I mean, I was just up in Canyon Lake and man, it was exceptional drought. The water level is very low. I'm glad they're getting a lot of rain, but we need it down here as well as we're under a severe and moderate drought, extreme drought, excuse me. So yeah, rain is very a necessity right now. Temperature wise, we're going to see a shift here. 81 degrees is what we're going to see here on Monday, and we're going to get up to about mid-upper 80s as our daytime high. But Tuesday, however, it's going to be a bit of a hot one. We're going to be waking up with temperatures in the mid-upper 60s, but we're actually going to get up into the 90s here on Tuesday. So definitely going to be a big shift from when we were in the 30s here on Thursday. Now we're going to be jumping into the 90s here on Tuesday. So definitely need to put that jacket away, grab those sunglasses because it's going to be pretty hot. 82 degrees is what we're going to see here in Port Lavaca tomorrow with maybe a couple showers, mostly cloudy skies, but those are going to dissipate as we go on through the morning. Same thing here in Cuero, maybe a couple showers, partly cloudy skies. We'll be up at 84 degrees with those winds pretty light. And as well as here in Victoria, we'll be capping out at around the upper 80s or mid 80s and partly cloudy skies through the day. Now, those next 7 days, we may see a bit of fog here Tuesday morning, but Thursday and Friday, those are going to be our best shots of rain, especially Thursday night, as that front will be moving in here tonight. But yes, those are our best chances of rain. 80 degrees is what we're going to be seeing for the majority of the state. For the majority of the week. But don't forget to scan the QR code for updates on weather, sports, and news. Ray?
Thank you, Jacob. The boys' Powerlift State Meet was yesterday, and we have some of the results and a word from East Powerlift Coach of the Year coming up in sports. All right, so early last week, we talked about Victoria East getting ready to send their boys to the state powerlift meet. And before we get to that, their head coach, Marcus Hernandez, won Coach of the Year. And I was able to catch up with him for a quick word. Marcus Hernandez, currently on his third year as the head coach for the Victoria East powerlift team, and his tenure has seen him become Coach of the Year more than once. And although it's a great recognition, he views this as a chance to be reminded of the culture he aims to create at Victoria East.
I think it comes with the culture that I just do my best to create. It's not a, hey, you need to be here. Oh, hey, this came up. I'm sorry. Hey, there's punishment for that. I kind of like to take the approach of being more understanding that, these kids have lives outside of this weight room. And, they're teenagers. They're full of emotions. They're full of activities and doing things. And I try to gear it more towards, hey, we're a family. Let's help each other out. I'll work with you if you work with me. Kind of a mutual respect type of thing with them.
One of the biggest things that he harps on with his athlete is to not keep them content. And one of the ways he does this is by not overwhelming them and reminding them of how proudful he is of them. But as time goes on, the proudfulness can sometimes leak out.
But proud's one of those words, and if you ask my kids, hey, coach, are you proud of me? I've always seen that word proud of, hey, okay, cool, he said he's proud of me, I'm just gonna ease up. So it's more of a fear of contentment when I use the word proud, which is why I don't really like to use it so much. But I'm honestly beyond proud of how far these kids have come and what they've accomplished. I kind of give them a goal every week of, hey, this is where we need to be, this is what we're gonna do. And this year we started slow, halfway through the season, we just picked it up, and you know, they've all exceeded my expectation, and it's great to see that they're pushing themselves beyond what I expect them to do.
All right, and speaking of Victoria East, here's a couple of their top performers from yesterday's state meet. Jose Lugo, one of the guys that you saw squatting earlier in that package, he is a state champion in his weight division with a weight totaling 2,070 pounds. Noah Kano finished 4th place. Draven Garza finished in 8th place in his weight division. Mason Guads finished 6th place in their respective divisions. So big congratulations to those in Victoria East. And the Houston Rockets faced what should have been an easy game in the Jokic-less Denver Nuggets. And Dylan Brooks was one of the Rocket stars of tonight. He was the second leading scorer, finishing with 21 points. But Denver maintained a steady foot, and Jamal Murray was one of the reasons for that, as he led the overall game in scoring with 39 points. But Dylan Brooks was one of the guys in taking initiative as he dribbles inside against his Canadian Olympic teammate and hits a turnaround jumper to make the lead bigger early on. But despite him and Jalen Green's 30-piece, the Nuggets, you get it, Nugget piece, they walk away with the victory. Final score, 116-111. So Trenton, with this close race in the playoffs, do you see the Rockets still being the number 2 seed after tonight's games?
Nuggets.
Ray. Yes, I do, actually. And I'm not about to turn on my Stephen A., but I think they've got that 2 seed locked up. Book it. That's it.
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, calling all dogs lovers, Sunday is National Puppy Day, a time to celebrate our 4-legged friend. Coming up. Sunday is National Puppy Day, created in 2006 to raise awareness about dogs in need of homes. The ASPCA says 3.3 million dogs enter shelters yearly. Advocates urge those looking for a puppy to consider adoption, whether it's a walk or a trip to the park. Celebrate your furry friend with love. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I do have a little puppy. I have a Pomsky. She's like a husky mixed with a Pomeranian. And, you know, it's puppy day. I love my dog. I don't know if y'all like animals or not, but I love animals. Jacob, do you have a dog?
My parents have a Labradoodle.
That's awesome.
That's so cute.
You seem like a big dog type of guy. Like
a big dog.
Yeah.
I want a big dog. I just need to get a house before I get a big dog.
Exactly.
I can't just keep it in an apartment
Exactly.
right now.
Exactly. It's going to be a little bit too. It's too much for a big dog. But how's the weather going to be looking for
Well,
you?
I don't recommend walking your dog on Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday. Tuesday, it's going to be 90 degrees. We are looking at that front moving in here tonight into tomorrow, so we may see a couple showers here in the morning. So the roads may be a little slick as we wake up and get going. But Thursday, Friday, that's going to be our greatest chance of some rain. So we desperately need that rain, and I'm excited for it, to be honest with you.
Oh, yes, I'm excited for it, too.
Absolutely. We need it, like
yeah,
you
we
say.
definitely need it.
We really do need it. But thank you for joining us, and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today, and join Carolina Destrain and Parker Cox for 25 News Now Sunrise at 5 a.m.
Have a great night and a good week.
See you.